Papua New Guinea is one of the largest countries in the South Pacific. The terrain ranges from coastal towns to remote highland villages. This is a people-oriented society, and a lot of socializing happens in the marketplace. Judith lives in the city of Lae. Judith and her daughter, Marjolaine, are very close and love to play together. Marjolaine was adopted when she was just a baby. Judith was walking home one day and heard cries coming from a nearby cemetery. She walked into the cemetery and found a crying baby in terrible condition. Judith took the orphaned baby home and nourished her back to health. Marjolaine has lived with Judith ever since, and they love each other as family. Judith cares so much for the people around her and dedicates a lot of time to impacting their lives. Today, she is teaching a group of people how to let God be included in their lives. Judith has been meeting this group for some time now. They frequently welcome new people to be a part of their events. Judith discusses how their goals, daily habits, and practical skills all play a part in their success. She makes sure to keep God in the center. Most of the people in this group don't have regular jobs, so it's important for them to learn a skill or craft. Some are recovering from drug or alcohol abuse. Others lack the education required to get a decent paying job. And others have something else standing in the way of opportunity. So Judith tries to give them practical skills to get them back on their feet. After the classroom discussion, the lesson transitions outside for another practical exercise. Today, the group is learning how to make their own soap. They go through the process from start to finish. It takes a few hours to go through each step, but they enjoy every minute together. They are taught the ingredients, how to properly combine and heat the mixture, and how long to let it cool. In the end, they are left with fresh-smelling, high-quality soap. This is a valuable skill for the group members. They can take what they have learned and sell the soap to earn an income to support their families. It's just one way they can advance their lives and take care of their families.
It's a long process, and it's only by God's grace you'll be able to help them. Yeah. So I am just counting on God's grace and doing what I can to help.
Judith takes pride in the part she plays in their success. She has a passion to help the people of Papua New Guinea. She has a heart for mission, and specifically children's ministry. On this Sabbath, Judith is visiting a church in the foothills. She speaks to the children and tells them stories. She wants them to know that Jesus cares about them, and so does she. Unfortunately, many children from the community are abused. Judith wants to instill encouraging words that the children from church can share with other students at school and in their neighborhoods. She educates parents by sharing good parenting tips with them.
So, yes, one thing I would ask the whole church to do is to pray for the kids who are suffering from all forms of abuse and negligence, and some of them are not intentionally done by parents, They think because they've been brought up in that way, they think that this is the right way of parenting. And so in the mind of a, good parent, what he or she may be doing, like as spanking a child, for them it's okay, that's normal because of their own upbringing.
The church in Papua New Guinea is filled with children who love the Lord and want to do His will. Many times there is not enough room in the churches for everyone. This quarter, a portion of your mission offerings will go towards building lamb shelters where the children can worship and have a place for themselves. They need a safe place to bring their friends who may not know about Jesus. Please continue to support this offering to give hope to a young generation. Meet Nehemiah. He is a Seventh-day Adventist church member who lives and works in Suva, Fiji. Nehemiah has a passion for health and wants to share health tips with everyone he meets. Today, he is visiting a local school to educate the community about nutrition and dental health.
So I'm here this afternoon with a dietitian to deliver to them some health information.
Members of the local community were invited to this free meeting to learn basic principles that will improve their lives. His dental instructions are helpful for the young and old alike, and Nehemiah has fun doing it.
I enjoy doing this because we promote to people how to live daily from all age groups. We're starting from the womb right up to the senior citizens. Everybody is special, and everybody need to know how to live a healthy lifestyle and have hope in their life every day.
It's important for Nehemiah to share a message of hope to the people he educates. He promotes a holistic method of living so that the people can live a healthy, balanced life.
Health is everything, since it deals with physical, mental, social, and spiritual. And we just can't sort of divide or make it compartmentalize everything, because it has to be in wholeness. And wellness is wholeness. And when we promote health, we are promoting, trying to touch the people's thinking or lifestyle and what they think about, how they perceive things, sort of directly or indirectly. We're touching the whole aspect of a person.
In Fiji, the rate of non-communicable diseases is quickly increasing. Fiji's Ministry of Health is working hard to educate the nation on how to live a healthier lifestyle. They work closely with the Seventh-day Adventist Church to teach quickly and effectively. Nehemiah now works directly for the Ministry of Health to present how to make lifestyle changes and prevent disease.
So if the disease is caused by lifestyle, then the solution must be oriented towards lifestyle. At least we know that 80% of the solution to any non-communicable disease is lifestyle and 20% medicine. So that's where we are currently working.
As the Adventist Church and Fiji's Ministry of Health continue to work together, they have hope for a bright future. They are putting a major emphasis on nutrition and healthy eating because this will make a huge difference on the population's health. Ismaili is the National Advisor for Non-Communicable Diseases and Wellness. Although he is not an Adventist, he is enthusiastic about collaborating with the Adventist Church.
Not all Fijians smoke, that's one. Only 17% of Fijians smoke, so that's not much of an issue to me. Not all Fijians drink alcohol, it's just about 30%, so 70% don't. Not all Fijians are physically active, but all Fijians eat. And I think nutrition is the powerhouse of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And I feel because it's that common denominator that rather than reinventing the wheel, I believe if the Seventh-day Adventist Church comes in with a message that is health message, they are strong in nutrition, it should really help for me, NCD in Fiji, which is a crisis, it's a nutritional issue.
As you can see, the well-being of the Fijian people is becoming a major emphasis throughout the country. In Fiji's capital, Suva, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is already conducting health seminars through church members like Nehemiah. As we continue to promote health, people notice the church's principles and values. It's a platform for the Seventh-day Adventist Church to improve the quality of life in Fiji. This quarter, a portion of your 13 Sabbath offerings will go towards building a center of influence focused on health and wellness, where the community can come to learn and be treated. They already have a site picked out and are eager to expand their health ministry.
And here is the proposed or the possible site for our wellness center, that the Fiji Mission wants to have the wellness center based in Suva, so you can see the site behind me.
Please pray for the church in Fiji. Pray that it will continue to reach its community through health and wellness.
I just want to thank all the churches throughout the world for their contribution that they're going to give in order for the city of Suva, and especially Fiji Mission, to have a site or to have a building for the wellness center.